Good afternoon, people. So, as you have seen from the thumbnail, providing I get the thumbnail right, it's Owld Speckled Hen again, and it is the keg versus the bottle. You should have watched, hopefully you've watched, the keg review by now, and as you have seen, we were silently impressed. So, it comes the time to pair it off, which again, one would hope would be interesting. One has no clue, because for us, this is not one that we're familiar with.
It's a particular drink that I haven't tried for a very, very long time. I don't remember being impressed with it. Last time I tried it was in the bottle, so I'm really interested.
Before the keg.
Before the keg, obviously, a long time ago. So I am really interested how these two are going to compare.
Yeah, and this is cheap. Let's be honest. You're paying $36.90 for the keg, which obviously we didn't mention in the review because you know what it is in a way. But you are paying. What was it in the 5 for 4 or 3 for? It worked out really cheap for 500ml.
Yeah, from the supermarket.
Yeah, obviously from Tesco's, because you're buying 3 get 1 free.
A multi-buy deal.
On your multi-buy deal, buy 4 get 1. You know what I mean? But in a way, it worked out at literally. I think I worked it out at £1.80 a pint on there, compared to £2.70 with all your money sorted out
that's
on there.
Quite a difference.
So you've got 90p. Now 90p, you might think, well, it's only 90p, but it's not, is it? Because on 10 pints, that's £9.
It is, and for me, it has to be a reasonably amount better on the keg to justify that price difference. So that's what we're going to be testing.
That's just
today.
On my workings on that, 90 pence a pint. And remember, your PerfectDraft's also running electric,
as well.
where so you're just chucking your bottles in your fridge. You've got to send your keg back to get your £5 back to make that 90p. That's all included in the 90p. See, I do my sums. Maths magician, people. Not really, but it was just worth working out and looking at it. That, you know, I've got to admit, when we did Singular.
Yeah, Singer for me
was. You might as well go down the supermarket and get it.
It wasn't that much better to justify the price.
It wasn't better at all.
Difference. So yeah, it wasn't. It was the same.
It was the same. We couldn't blind test them or anything. Hopefully, this is a different story. It's coming in an Owld Speckled Hen glass, which are absolutely spot on. We are impressed with them.
The glasses are lovely. I do like them.
If nothing else, the glasses are good. You see,
They
right?
are.
I'll get this poured. Not
and
Stella.
I'll pour this.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, you want the bottom one. You'll be very careful.
Oh no, I'm not. It's not going to happen again, is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I got it. Oh, almost.
Okay.
I've got a bit of a head, but not too bad. Straight away, the colour's different.
Yeah, it is.
I've got to say, I don't know what you're going to see there, and this does get somewhat difficult because you think bloody idiots.
The colour for me, it's slight, but there is a slight colour difference. But for me, it is the head on these that is completely different. Now I had to really aggressively pour that from the bottle to actually get a head on it. I was really giving it a bit of welly to get that head to come up. And when I'm looking at those bubbles in the glasses, they're exactly the same glasses, clean the same way, etc., etc. The bubbles in this, they're small, they're tight, they can back. That is a really nice head on that. This one, the bubbles are larger, they're dying down quickly. That is quite a big difference for me, and I think it shows a difference in the quality of the beer inside the glass.
Yeah, I noticed that there was somewhat difference in the colours.
If you look at the way the head is sitting on this one compared to this one.
Yeah, and this is more brighter.
Yeah.
I don't remember you're seeing from a different side because of the lights.
This angle. Yeah, I've got the light coming through. I can't see a massive difference, slight difference I can see.
But yeah, she's right. You
look at the head. It's
totally the size different. Of some of the bubbles in that. Can you see that up close? You should be. It's a really
as you
good
can see,
camera.
That's nothing to do with the glass, the way it's been washed, anything like that.
Both new, both the same. And then you see in your head on here, which a lot of you know in a way, that's quite self-explanatory. It is a halfway decent camera. That's the idea of it. So we're bringing you a better review. We've got our microphones, but we do that a lot.
It's quite quiet today. There's no background noise, so it should be fine. So let's go in and have a smell of these and see what we
An
smell.
Owld Speckled Hen was a bottle that I was never ever keen on, if I'm honest. It wasn't my
More those slight estery notes in there again with the fruit. Yeah.
But is it similar to the keg?
Oh no, this is better. The aroma on this is better. I'm really picking up on that kind of toffee apple kind of smell in there.
Yeah, there's not a lot, unless it's me, there's not a lot going on in there.
See if you pick it, I've got quite a sensitive nose. So
I've got quite a cold at the moment though.
if he picks it up, then I'll know.
Plus I had a
that
Vindaloo.
it's not just me being quite sensitive on the smell.
Yeah,
It's much more aroma in there.
I'm not getting that much out of either of them, as I said before, but I can tell that that's kind of nothing-y.
Yeah, they're really kind of dulled down and diluted the smells that are coming out of there, whereas I'm really picking up on that kind of toffee apple kind of smell that is really quite pleasant that's coming from this. So let's dive in. Which way do I go? I'm going to go on this one first.
Yeah, going to go on this one, on your 4-hop brew, as they say on the glass. From Moreland, established 1711. They didn't quite have this beer in 1711, I can assure you.
Okay, well, picking up a number of differences already.
Okay, let's just give it a... That smells, there's more to that, now you've had a sip, than there was... Blimey.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Go on, have a sip of that and start having to think about what differences you're finding, if you find any at all.
I'll let you go first. You're the
Okay,
expert. I'll just nod.
I'm not an expert. I'm just going to say exactly as I find.
Yeah.
It is more carbonated. I'm not getting that smooth, sort of creamy feel on the palate.
The creamy, that's straight away what I was thinking.
It's bitter. It's a lot more bitter. Those caramel, toffee kind of notes, the toffee apple kind of taste.
Are not there.
They aren't there in the same way as they are on the keg. Straight away I'm getting a maltiness and then I'm going straight onto this quite harsh bitterness that seems to be overriding the other flavours on the bottle. Whereas the flavours in here, they are all depicted quite nicely, they play nicely together, they're balanced out. And I can taste them individually and taste them working together.
Yeah, I think straight away someone like Joff, as I said in the last review, in the main original review of it, would be a man here because he'll pick out everything, and this would be the same probably as having it in the pub.
That's quite possible. Like I say, I'm not a big
I don't
ale
know
drinker, I'm not an expert
neither
on
of us
it.
are.
This is basically what I'm tasting by having them side by side. It's a little bit, it's the bitterness, it's overriding everything, and it's the carbonation in there, it's losing that creamy, silky smoothness that this one has.
Yeah, it can make sense.
Yeah, the smell is still different.
Yeah, but that does have more going for it than it did at first, before you'd had a sip.
Yeah.
It settled down a bit, was what I was thinking. I mean, for head redemption, it is lacing the glass like that one, so you've got to give it that. But they are different.
That bitterness is overriding everything in that one.
You can tell that they're different, and that is the main thing for me, because if it's the same as what you're going to buy in a shop, as I said, that's no good. What this is like on draft in your pubs, obviously, we can't tell you.
Neither of us know that. No.
We don't, you know, I can't say, oh, well, that's that. In the original review, I said, considering what I expected, I was very impressed with that. And if you're putting that against that, that is much more impressive than that.
It's notably better. I would quite happily sit and drink this. If you asked me if I wanted this again, I'd say no. So having rated that an 8, because I think that it's quite drinkable. 4.8, it's not going to blow your head off, but there's plenty of flavours in there. It doesn't feel weak or light-bodied. This one would get maybe a 5 or 6. If I was
No,
just...
I don't think it's that much in it, but there is differences, you know, and
Yeah, okay, I'll go on a 6. I'll go on a 6 for the bottle, where that's still getting an 8 in my opinion. It is notably better.
yeah,
In my opinion.
it's definitely better. Yeah. Well, no, obviously it's your opinion. Someone might say, well, the bottle's better than the keg, you know, but I'd be surprised if I'm honest. As I said, we're not experts on anything, and certainly not when it comes to something like this. This is a drink that a lot of you really know, and there's a lot of people happy as well as there is unhappy. No matter the thing is with Perfect Draft, no matter what they do, they can't please all of us. You've got another couple of releases coming before Christmas. I know most people know one of them. We won't spoil the other one because we're not like that, and we don't know anyway. It sounds good. But I just know that there's definitely at least 2 releases before Christmas. So we all know what one of them is, which we're really looking forward to. We thought that was coming before this. So we were somewhat disappointed.
Yeah, when I heard this was coming, I was disappointed.
Even going to bother with it. And I thought, well, I've missed kegs. And when I set up my YouTube channel, the one thing it was, I said I'd bring you all the new kegs. So obviously, I didn't do Jalpala. I didn't do the, stout. It hasn't been a great year for kegs, in my opinion. If you look back at the year before, I will do an end of year. We probably both will, but I don't have a top 10 kegs on this year. But there's a certain keg that stands out still. That's actually at the back, full to the top.
Yeah, I know that one.
Which was the keg of the year for me, and I said that right from the start.
Yeah, I was most taken with that.
Remain that now, and I want to re-review that and do a keg of the year thing and my favourite kegs. Obviously, you need the other 2 first because there could be a surprise. Who knows, isn't it? It's a yes though.
This really, really did surpass my expectations. I didn't think I was going to like it. I wasn't looking forward to trying it, and it really has kind of surprised me how much I did enjoy that pint. So, and I'm going to be quite happy to drink the rest of the keg of it. That, for me, is a nice drinkable drink. You didn't think you'd want to drink either.
I don't mind it. I'm quite...
The bottle for me is disappointing because if that's more of a true reflection of what you get on cask or whatever, draft.
I don't know yet.
I have no idea. Then it would be interesting to see what people who have drunk the different ones, what they think of the bottles from the supermarkets.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe you think we got it wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let us know your thoughts. I'd be interested to hear other people's opinions.
Definitely. Right, what can I say? We've gabbled on for long enough. At least the camera hasn't fell over this time.
Doesn't fall over
If you want to see us go, watch the original video. It was interesting. Right, thanks for watching and bonjour.